All right, hello, and welcome back to another episode of 10 Minutes of Astrology. My name is Shay, your host. Please check the housekeeping in the comments. We're going to get started talking about Mars in Gemini in 2036. A little bit about Mars. It relates to action, war, motivation, determination. It's the things that you do. Now, Gemini is the sign of the twins duality. It is an air sign. So here we are going to be thinking. Our actions are going to be in our head. It's going to be about making decisions, or our actions are going to be indecisive. And now this way that I am doing this is going to be kind of day by day. You're going to see real time how I interpret the future. So we start with Gemini coming in approximately March 15th, 2036. And it's going to take us a couple of days to see our first real alignment. But anytime the sign planet initially enters into a sign, it is starting out by learning that sign. Now, you'll notice that I won't talk about the sun, Mercury, Venus, or the moon that much in these videos because I would like to get to other planets first before I bring those in. But those planets do have, especially the sun is like the most active kind of all the planets, the one you need to pay attention to the most. So please always keep that in mind. Now, I am tired, so tired. This website that I've been using for years has been doing a lot of crazy pop-up ads, and I'm kind of over it. The first alignment that we see here has a couple of things going on at 8 degrees. We have a conjunction to Chiron. Chiron, I have spoke about in other videos, is the wounded healer of the zodiac. It is in Gemini, so it is trying to fix our mentality, and it's also trying to help other people fix how they think. It's dual perspectives or multiple perspectives. So here we have kind of these decisions and these actions that we are on the fence about. Now, this is sextile the sun in Aries, also at 8 degrees at this time. And it looks like it just had a new moon in this same moment. So a lot happening there. I'm not going to go too deep into discussion. We're going to go ahead and move on since I really only do have 10 minutes before I have to go to work. If you would like me to do this all the time and continue to predict the future instead of going to work, you can always fund me or find my eBay shop in the housekeeping. The next alignment that we see is a semi-sextile to Uranus in Cancer. So here, Uranus is going to be teaching Mars. Well, Uranus in Cancer is electrified emotions. It is electricity meets water, family, especially mother-related things. This could be a lot of random health issues related to your mother, grandmother, any of those maternal figures. Now, this kind of electric water shock is teaching Mars and Gemini that basically family needs to come first right now. Like all the crazy chaos, you need to set aside your indecisiveness and whatever mental stuff you've got going on that you are either acting on or not acting on. Put that to the side because there are more important things that are coming up, especially with your family and mother figures, potentially with their health or other people that have like heart or breast related issues here. So that we need to be kind of paying attention to at this time. Now, let's see where our next alignment is going to go. And it looks like a sextile to Saturn, which is retrograde in Leo. I do like this, even though I don't particularly like Saturn in Leo. And I definitely am not a big fan of Mars and Gemini. These, if they have to be here, these together are positive. So Saturn in Leo is the right thing to do kind of for your creativity, for your kids. This is, outdoor playtime, spendthrift. You're not really considering your money. It's very flagrant. And now this is matching Mars and Gemini. So this is a very fun alignment. So whatever this is, I would say go out with your friends, go out with your family, go out with yourself, go do something that is happy, productive. Yes, you may be spending a little bit of money at this time, but this is a great day to just have a ton of fun. So a span of a couple of days, honestly. But yeah, that's a great time to just go out and have fun, do something that's really engaging, that can kind of get your mind, body, spirit in another space. So that way the chaos that is happening with Uranus and Cancer isn't as hard. So let's look to see where our next alignment is going to be. And I have a feeling it is going to be Pluto that comes next that I am going to discuss. I like seeing Lilith at that degree in Capricorn. That's nice. That's basically mastering your sexuality and your financially minded sexuality. That's very interesting. So, yeah, I believe it's going to be here at 21 degrees, approximately April 18th of 2036 is when Mars begins to trine Pluto in Aquarius. I've been talking about Pluto in Aquarius. Again, this is transformation with your friend groups, with your dark side, which is, it's much different than it used to be. And this is mentally, you're thinking about these kinds of things differently, and how you approach your friendships, how you approach your dark side, how you approach society in general. I really love this. Trines, basically, I tell people to think the Holy Trinity, and that's like the symbolism of how positive that can be. We also have some interaction with the nodes, which I also don't discuss. If you'd like me to do more on the nodes, please type that in the comments for me. Our next alignment, we have a sextile to Neptune in Aries at approximately 24 degrees. Love this. This is higher power, aggressive energy meets this indecisiveness. So this is another lean on God, even though God is still learning in Aries. I do really appreciate this because you're not going to put up with a whole lot. And whatever you do put up with, you're going to be giving it to God for God to dole back out that karma and, whatever needs to be done there. So I really like that. That's a very powerful moment in time. Our next alignment, I believe, is going to be a semi-sextile to Jupiter and Taurus. Jupiter and Taurus definitely needs to be learning something, because even though the duality of Mars in Gemini can be overwhelming to a Taurus, Jupiter and Taurus basically stay stuck. They're the bigger person. They're the bigger mouth. And I'm not saying that this alignment is putting them in their place, right? Not going to say that out loud. What I am going to say is what I've been telling Tauruses: you have got to remain flexible. You are not the center of the world. And this goes on to 27 degrees, so this is going to take a couple of days. This is going to be a big thing, especially about communications, your philosophies, all of that you have been stuck and stagnant in is going to need to change, with especially how you act with them, because Gemini there is going to need to make the decision that my action, even though I'm steady thinking about it, and Jupiter and Taurus is like, no, we're doing this. It's like you have to be open to multiple active perspectives. So then Mars enters Cancer approximately May 2nd, 2036. If you've appreciated this video, press all the buttons for me. I have got to go to work now. Peace out, fam. Much love.